Plan Z is a competitive base building card game set in a zombie apocalypse that features retro video game style art. Players begin the game by drawing 5 building cards, 2 supply cards, and a survivor card. Next, they will discard 2 cards of their choice and lay down their first survivor face down. Each player gets to build their first building for free, and it must be a level 1 building. Locations are placed on the table equidistant from both players. 1 location is laid for every player that's playing the game. Players will reveal their first survivor at the same time and begin the regular sequence of play, concluding the setup round. At the beginning of every round, all players will draw a building card, or a supply card if a card in their building or hand specifies to do so. During the scavenge phase, players will choose whether or not to send a survivor to available locations to scavenge for resources. The survivor that's sent out will return the next round unless the player sends them on to the next location. During the build phase, players can spend resources to build a new building card, upgrade a level 1 building to a level 2 building, repair a damaged level 2 building, or destroy a building card in their base and gain back half the resources spent to build it. Or they can choose to do nothing. The player on the left has built a building that allows him to draw another survivor card. Once all building is done, zombie cards are drawn. 1 zombie card is drawn for every player on the table and placed in the middle. Higher number zombie cards are attracted to bases with a higher threat value. Threat value is determined by adding up all of the caution symbols on the building cards in a player's base. Smaller zombie cards are then sent to smaller bases. If players tie, the player with the most bullets will take the larger zombie card. If there is still a tie, players will roll a 6-sided die, and the player that rolls the highest will take the larger zombie card. Players must have enough bullets in their resource pool to fight off all of the zombies on a card. 4 zombies means spending 4 bullets. Defeated zombie cards are set off to the side to be shuffled back into the zombie deck later. Starting with round 2, an event card is drawn and played every round, taking effect immediately. If the event deck is depleted, all events will be reshuffled into the deck, and players will start drawing 2 event cards every round, instead of 1. This event is called Strangers at the Gate, and allows all players to draw another survivor card. When a survivor returns to base with a location card, the player may add the resources on that location card to their resource pool. Locations have 2 values on them, the primary resource, which is a set number, and the loot bag symbol, which indicates how many times the player can roll the resource dice to see how many resources they've collected. Scavenged locations are immediately shuffled back into the location deck. New locations are drawn when all locations on the table have been scavenged. This game was recorded with a prototype copy, so not all of the locations had artwork in them. Bases are built in 2 rows of 3 building cards, from left to right. A base can have a max of 6 building cards at any given time. The player on the right has built a building that forces another player to reveal their hand, allowing the player on the right to tell them to discard 1 of his choice. When zombies attack, they always attack the oldest building. This should be the top left building in your base. If that building is destroyed, all buildings are shifted to the left. Supply cards are used to augment gameplay. This player is using the ammo stash card, which gives him extra ammo for fighting zombies. When 2 survivors land on the same location, they'll fight to see who gets to scavenge it and who gets eliminated. To do this, both players will roll a 6-sided die, adding the result to their survivor's combat level. A survivor's combat level is indicated by the number in the bullet symbol in the middle of the survivor card. In the event of a tie, the player with the most bullets in their resource pool wins. Players will continue building, scavenging, and fighting zombies until there's only one player left. These players forgot to draw the event at the beginning of this round, but that's okay, they've done it now. The desertion card was drawn. Both players must discard a survivor card. Supply cards, like the box of fireworks, can send the zombies from one base to another base of the player's choice. In this case, the player on the left would have to fight off 2 zombie cards, equaling a total of 7 bullets needed to eliminate them all. The player on the left only has 1 bullet. This means 6 zombies are left to attack his base. Each zombie card will attack a different building, destroying it and resulting in the player having no buildings left. This means that the player on the left has lost the game.